Welcome to 90 Day Fiance.
Three-way replay.
Beep, beep.
Pew, 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 pew.
All right. We're doing episodes 16, 15, and 14.
But not really, just 16.
Yes. Sorry, everybody. One of us had an accident.
It wasn't me.
Yes. And took us out for a little bit, but we're back.
It was me.
It was surgery, you guys. So forgive us.
A non-life-threatening surgical procedure, but I am okay.
Due to having a lot of fun.
It's too much fun. I had way too much fun. I feel like I'm going to have a scar that represents the amount of fun I had
There you
forever.
go.
Yeah.
You won't need a
So,
tattoo anymore.
Chicks dig scars, from what I heard. And then I'm just gonna make up stories every time someone asks.
A
And be like,
lion.
oh, what happened to your, like, why do you have a scar there? I'm gonna be like, dude, you should have seen me take out this idiot, totally like kneed him on the face, but I, as a result, broke it. But you should see his face.
I like that.
That was a good one, right? The other one is I'm trying to workshop them now. The other one is I 1v1'd a shark. He got me in my knee, but then I punched him in the nose. How's that one?
And you should
That's pretty
see
good.
his face.
Yeah.
You should see the shark's face.
You should see the shark.
You should see the shark. That smug little shark.
All right, so I think that was good, but you had to add that last part, okay? It's really,
Took out a couple of his teeth.
Okay. Who do you want to start with?
Wait, I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Should we start with Bilal and Shaeeda?
Sure.
Okay, so of course, the prank with the wedding dress. Did you guys expect this? Did you guys know that the sister was pranking her?
No.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because one, we've seen her wedding dress, and two, that was a hideous wedding dress.
Yeah. When did we see her wedding dress?
During the previews, we saw her like.
Oh, okay.
She was at the altar.
Right. But I like how Shy wasn't afraid to be shy. She was like, you know what? I mean, to not be shy. She's like, this dress is ugly. She just straight up said it. But no, it wasn't it. And
well,
then,
I mean, how would you have reacted if someone showed you that dress
I would have
2 days before your wedding?
pretended, because it's not just somebody, it's the sister of the guy that you're gonna marry.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Like, you don't want
if
to
it was a
just
stranger,
start a
I'd
fight.
I would have taken him out. But
Right.
I'm wondering, is there a polite way to be like, this is ugly?
She did her best, Shaeeda, I would say. So it wasn't too bad. And even the sister, I guess, because she knew that it wasn't real, she handled it well. And she came out with a real one, and it was beautiful. And then,
why does this family like to prank her so much?
well, supposedly,
with like sentimental things. Like they
And
know
then
it's ugly.
Why did their feelings get hurt after she doesn't take it well?
well, no, the sister's feelings did not get her. I thought she did really. She was just like, well, I decided to make my own allowances on it.
Like, let me show you this really old, ugly thing that meant a lot to my grandma and see what you say.
Okay, right. Then that would be bad. Because then, like, she'd be like, this is hideous. This is ugly. And then they'll be like, wait, that was my grandmother. She got married in that dress. How dare you? A family heirloom. Okay, and then the next scene is the next thing that really matters is that she's getting her nails done with her sisters that are actually studying in New York, like her younger sisters. And it was nice to see their little banter. They're like, oh, okay, did you ever picture yourself being with an American man? Because American men are cocky, and that's nope, no for them, they said. Do y'all agree? Are they cocky?
That American men are cocky?
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that.
Me too.
Are we cocky?
You guys are
mean-
nice. You guys aren't so bad. There's worse.
Well,
With
how-
guys? Huh?
How are the Trinidad and Tobago men? Are they not cocky?
I don't know why you would think that, but
Maybe just all men are cocky.
That's what I
In
was saying.
some
I was
way.
like, with all men, I just feel like there is a certain survival mechanism that kicks in.
that's kind of true, right? You have to have some kind of confidence if you're gonna survive, right? Okay, sorry. I was talking to my baby now. And what else? Oh, they talk about the prenup and how she was able to put in baby by 40 and that he will help her start up her business. But I guess she hasn't signed it yet. What else? Oh, yeah, in like previous episodes, she ends up talking to Bilal's mother, who gave really good advice, kind of. I mean, I don't know. She's just basically telling her to take it easy. Take it easy. Let the
I feel-
man. Sorry.
Yeah, go. I mean, I feel like it was good advice for Shaeeda.
Yes, exactly. Not for the general
Yeah.
woman population, but for her and their beliefs and their culture, it matches. She told her to lead from behind and to let the man keep his manhood. Okay, yeah, good news. And Shaeeda really understood that. I'm not quite sure, but she got it, and it changed her whole perspective on things, and she seemed much happier. I don't know. Anything else that you guys want to bring up with them?
I mean, out of all the couples, I think they're the only ones who have been okay with them getting married. Everyone else seems kind of a mess. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but they just seem like their issues could be resolved. Everyone else is just not on the same page.
All right. Yeah, I agree with that. They seem the most stable. They have like the most stable foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. Okay. So do you want to move on to Cara and Guillermo super fast because they're super boring?
Yes,
Yeah.
fast.
Okay. So Cara and Guillermo,
Done.
they're still like, oh, I don't know if I want to marry this person. Cara has a what you call it, a bachelorette party, where she just talks shit about Guillermo while he's in the house. And they don't know what to do. Guillermo's like, I still don't know. But then he talks to his mom, and his mom is like, okay, you should just do it. It's fine. Like, she's who she is, and you'll make each other better. And then they end up getting married in the back of like what is it called? A German Wiener Hall,
Beer garden.
beer garden, something. And then it actually
What's that?
Wiener.
I don't know. What is it called? I was gonna say like Wiener Schnitzel or like some kind of hall. I don't know.
Wiener garden.
And then she ends up getting married, and it looks nice. Like what she was able to do in like 3 weeks, it wasn't bad, right?
I
And
agree. I give
then-
her props. I just threw a birthday party and that was super hard. So and it was much more basic and simple. So I can't imagine
Yeah.
having to throw a wedding.
Yeah, and then Guillermo's like he misses his brother, and his family is able to see through Zoom, and they get married and they dance, and they believe it's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. They'll be good for each other in the end. No real change in terms of personality, and that's it. What did you guys think of how Kara looked?
She was super pretty.
Yeah, she really, really was.
I liked her
She's
pinup
always
style.
been kind of pretty.
Yeah.
Will they or will they not make it?
I think they might actually make it.
I think so too, because Guillermo seems very mature, and family oriented. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, Kara's the one who has like, she needs to like settle down a little bit. But she seemed to like actually compromise for Guillermo. So I have hopes for them, and they're gonna go practice having babies now. And that's it.
Yeah.
But I do never want to see them again.
They're probably gonna be in a happily ever after, dude.
No, I don't want it. I don't care about them anymore. We're done. They can go off into the sunset. That's
They
it.
can't fill them. What is she gonna do? She's gonna have a baby and then go off partying. I mean, is that gonna be their storyline?
She's gonna launch a very successful music career
And real estate business.
and balloon enterprise.
Okay, and how that's gonna get in between the relationship with him and okay, I see it.
What are the jobs that she have? She's a real Jamaican. That Kara.
I don't know what else she did. She did a lot of things. She's a hustler. She was a dancer, right? So that's it for them.
Who do we got next? We could do mine are pretty short. So we got Eve and Mohammed. So after their blow-ups and fights, Eve seems like she's all in for this wedding to happen again because Mohammed re-proposed to her and she's got a brand new diamond ring to show for it. So she and her friend are getting their nails done, which is a convenient time to show off her brand new engagement ring. And she just seemed like she was on cloud nine. She was like all smiles, super happy, forgot every single red flag everyone's ever like raised about Muhammad. And now she's telling her friend that she really doesn't have any doubts today. So her friend told her, well, you said today, so I just want to remind you that it's probably not always going to be like this. And her friend tells her of the time that she was a runaway bride and reminded Eve that if there's any doubts lingering, for, you know, the roadblocks that they've had and the red flags that they've seen, that it's a viable option to exit. And it's okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys that. Like, is it totally super okay to runaway bride?
Yes, but I don't know. Like her friend saying that I did this before, and now it's okay for you to do this if you have to. I feel like that's kind of like trying to influence her more than it should.
Yeah, but I
And
mean,
she's just
in the context of like that she's marrying Muhammad, I get it.
true.
Yeah, there's a reason for them to try to influence her decision.
Did you see that episode where he ends up talking to his mom about all these disagreements that they've been having and what are his mom's thoughts on it?
I don't remember, man. I've been so high this whole week.
Yes. So he basically starts complaining to his mom about Eve and this and that, and she actually takes Eve's side and says, you know, you're being too harsh, you're being too stubborn and critical. You know, you're in America now, and he looked kind of shocked by it, and I think it also helped to change his mind a little. What do you think, Will?
I agree. Like he did, and he actually ended up compromising in the end, a little bit concerning the way Eve dresses and things like that. But I still don't think like it's enough, and I feel like he's just gonna regress back into his old behaviors.
Yeah.
And it sucks because like that was just a little bit enough to like make Eve go through with it, and she could have called it off. And that's like the bad. I mean, that's what the friend was like saying. Like it was just enough to let her ignore all the red flags.
The only thing that makes me question him is that he's so good with her son, and you have to be somewhat of a good person. Like you have to be something has to be good in you. to be patient and loving and all the things that I guess he's showing to her son. Because that's like
Maybe
a big
he's
responsibility and it's a lot of work to.
father material, but he's not husband material.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Eve is at this point where she's willing to make that compromise. That's her compromise.
Well, that sucks
Yeah,
because she deserves
Eve's got
better.
like 25 years on him, right? So if she's miserable, she'll die first.
That's
Sorry,
very
is that
sad.
morbid?
That was very morbid.
But she said she already put 2 years. I feel like that's what's getting her. She put 2 years in and she's like doesn't want to do it again. Like, come on, you still look really good, Eve. Get somebody better.
I know. Jeez. It seems like the concerns that everyone has for this two didn't really matter because they end up getting married. So, what did you guys think of their outfits?
Yeah, they both look good. It wasn't really memorable. I don't even remember what Eve wore.
She had this like shoulderless dress. I don't really know how to describe dresses. But
Is it
she was
mermaid
afraid.
style?
Girl, I don't know what that means. Does it
Was it
have a tail? Is that a mermaid
Yes.
style?
Yes, where it kind of hugs her body, but then kind of flares out at the end and it's strapless up top.
That yes, so there were no strappy straps because she was concerned that she would be too revealing for Mohammed, but it looked like he didn't really even care. And all of the friends also were showing all of their cleavage. So that also didn't seem like they cared about his opinion. But he also looked good in his suit, and Theron looked good in his suit. Everybody looked good, but you're right. The ceremony was kind of just blasé.
What? You didn't like the whole pouring of the sand? This sand cannot be separated, just as you cannot. I thought that was
You can
cute.
try. You can try to separate sand. The government sure does try to separate sand after you put it together.
Yeah. I thought the involvement with having her son there and doing the whole sand thing with him was really cute.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, this one, I was almost praying for them to not get together, but now that they are, I'm like, yeah, we'll see you in the next season, I guess.
I know in all these wedding things, I almost feel like Eve, where you just forget about all the bad stuff and you're like, oh, how cute. And when I saw them, I don't know, weddings are so hopeful.
I don't know why I wasn't excited about these weddings.
Oh,
None
I
of these
felt
weddings
excited.
were all that. Like we're 16 weeks into this season, and this is like the whole thing that we've been waiting for. But I guess none of these couples just drew me into their storylines.
You weren't into it?
No, I guess I wasn't.
Okay, what about the best storyline of all, Patrick and Thais?
Theirs is the best storyline.
That is the best storyline.
The best storyline of all. Okay, so Thais, oh my gosh, she's killing me. She's killing me. So they're in Miami, and Thais doesn't want to go. She doesn't want to go on the yacht, you guys. All right, she just feels like she's being dragged everywhere. Massachusetts, Miami, the yacht. He's being so controlling. But they do end up going on the yacht. And I love the friend who comes to pick them up. I was laughing. I was literally laughing when they were on the yacht, and then his girlfriend was like sitting on his lap, like a music video.
Yeah.
You guys see that? I actually had to rewind it. I rewound it. I was cracking up. Because
Total Floridians, guys.
so she's talking to the friend and saying that she doesn't want to disappoint her father. She's not sure she wants to marry Patrick, basically, because her father disagrees on this. And she cares more about the respect of her father than marrying Patrick. And the friend is like, well, if that's the case, then you should probably end it now, sooner the better. And then the next scene, they go out to dinner and she brings up all the controlling issues. And I like how Patrick basically calls her out, and he's like, well, if you're unhappy and I don't want you to do anything you don't want to, so if you don't want to get married, then let's not do it. After she complains about kind of nothing and says that she wants him to kick out his brother right away. I don't know. She's just looking really bad. I feel like she looks really, really bad. I see what she's trying to say. Maybe because she's used to having her own, doing her own thing in Brazil. This is a big change for her, but she's going about it the wrong way. They're trying to get him to fix it.
I feel like they're both like not like really wrong, right? Like Thais, she like Patrick is controlling. Whenever they have an issue, they just go on a trip, and he just drags her, and then
Yeah,
she
it's
doesn't
the
let go.
best misdirection.
Really? Is that what's going on? Like, what was the issue?
That's why
Like,
they've been going on all
basically,
these trips.
no, he's all like, we're about to get married. I want you to meet my mom and my sister before we get married. So come on, let's go to Massachusetts. I want you to meet my family before we get married. Let's go visit my brother in Vegas. It's not just for nothing.
Yeah, but she's been wanting to talk about their issues, and he's just trying to shuttle her everywhere in America.
I mean, they have, 90 days, right? Like they've literally together all the time. They can talk about it.
But it feels like a lot of the time, well, the footage that we see, it's like he's just like, okay, let's just have a good time. You know what I mean? We're here now. Let's just have a good time.
Well, in the
As opposed to like
moment,
talking. Yeah.
in the moment of them like, okay, we're gonna go to dinner right now with my brother, so let's just talk about it when we're done. And what are you gonna do?
You
We're gonna
don't
talk.
think she has a point though when she said, "Hey, like when I want us to do something, you always make it a point to like talk about it, but when you want to do something, we just do it."
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Yeah, I see her point too. Yes. Okay. She has a point.
Yeah.
But I feel like the things that she is asking of is a lot more complicated. Like, move out your brother John.
Yeah,
Get
I
him
agree.
out.
It's
Kick him
not the
out.
same thing.
It's
not the
not
same
like,
thing.
can we just go to dinner right now with my brother right or something? Can we just go and meet my family? I don't know. Like, can we just go on this yacht, please? And have a good
Yeah, she
time?
does definitely have asked more lopsided things like, we should get married right now in Vegas tonight.
Yeah.
You should kick out your brother.
Yeah, it's not the same. And he has good replies when Chie says that, you know, it is complicated. It's his brother. And he has to like give him at least like 3 months notice. So yeah, it's hard because it does seem like they're both not totally right or totally wrong. Do you guys hate Patrick?
No,
Yeah, it's hard to hate him. I don't know why.
I know.
I actually like him. I actually
Me
like him this
too.
episode because how can you hate a guy who cares so much about his family? He really
Yeah.
cares and loves his family a lot.
Yeah, what red flags? I haven't seen a Patrick red flag.
Well, it's just a controlling thing, but that I feel like that comes from a place of like you can understand his background, and it's because he's trying to like it doesn't come from a place of like malice or selfishness, it doesn't seem.
Yeah, and the explanations when they brought it up to him, he did say, I had to make an executive decision quick because we have to move fast on some of these things.
Mm-hmm. And he's reconciling with his mom. That's a tough situation, that whole thing.
Right. His mom has cancer and she only has less than a year to live. And so, I mean, you can understand why he's taking her all these places, right? I mean, it's not like he's just doing it for fun.
Well, the way that it makes it seem like when he talks about the places, the way he says it is, you know, Thais just moved in. We had a fight, so let's go to Vegas. And his brother happens to be there. You know, I want us to have a good time for the wedding. We're fighting again. Let's go to Miami. So, but I could see like how he's like also wants to introduce her to his family as well.
And I mean, who knows if they'll have the opportunity to go on a yacht again? Come on, he has a friend. He's gonna bring them on a yacht and pick them up in a limo.
SUV limo.
Yeah, that's super fun. I want that for me.
See, I want that for me. Like, excuse me, can you drag me there? I mean, that you wouldn't be controlling. It would not be controlling. Then I feel like they really try to squish a lot of things into this episode. It's like tons of things with them. Then he calls Thais's dad to try to get his approval last minute, and the dad was just straight up, nope, nope, don't approve. I don't agree with this wedding thing you're doing. Patrick was just shocked, and he's afraid that this is going to influence Thais to not do it. But come on, we all know that she's going to do it. I have no doubt that she is.
Really? You think she's gonna do it?
Yes.
I don't know. I think it's up in the air.
What? They all get
dad.
married. They all get married in the end.
Well, I would say that's pretty true.
Yeah, who hasn't gotten married for the length of time we've been watching this show?
Maybe Patrick should tell Thais something like, don't worry, pretty soon you're going to be able to get a job and a work and do your own thing, driver's license, all of that, and you'll have your own autonomy. Okay, right now it does feel like you're trapped, like I'm controlling, but I do have to take charge of a lot of situations right now because frankly, you can't do much, which is what he says to the camera at some points. So maybe this is just like a transition period for her. She's getting used to this new thing and being here in America for the first time on top of it.
Yeah. So what are we thinking about their future? They're gonna make it long term?
They seem like they're really into each other.
Yeah.
I think they'll make it. I think. Well, but then he did cheat on her, so I don't know. Patrick, maybe he could make those mistakes here and there, but maybe he'll make one too many.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you guys think?
I forgot about that incident.
Yeah. I think they'll make it. I think, them being together in America will keep them together. I think it's really hard to do long distance.
That's it.
Okay. Let's do Miona and Jibri. Okay, we'll go through theirs pretty fast. Miona and Jibri basically their parents talk to them about moving out, like at the end of like maybe I think the month or so. And Jibri gets so pissed that he just moves out immediately. And so they, it was funny because the way that they looked when they were packing is like it looked like kids running away because they were wearing like pink puff jackets and they're packing sneakers and skateboards and rollerblades. It's the kind of stuff you pack when you're a little kid and you're pissed off and you want to run away. You know what I mean? Right? And he was pissed off. He's like, I'm running away. My skateboard, my rollerblades. Right?
Yeah, that was funny.
So, and then we catch up with them and they arrive in Joshua Tree at this really nice Airbnb that Miona falls in love with. And we find that the grandma goes with them because she's going to do the ceremony, which I forgot about. I was like, that's cool. He's really hyped about the grandma. They talk about the mom, how she doesn't approve. And then he FaceTimes with the mom. And the mom's like, I'm really sorry I couldn't be there, but it just has to be, this is just the way it is. And I think the big question is like, is it really true that they couldn't be there? And I feel like she's lying. I feel like she could be there if she really wanted to.
I totally agree. His mom, I just wanted to smack her across the face. I thought she was terrible. Terrible. Terrible, terrible.
I think it comes from like some sort of like boundaries things for her, like she doesn't like Miona, but then it totally negates all the stuff that she's saying about how, I really want to be there for my son. And I feel so bad, it hurts me so much. It's like, you could be there.
Like she's basically putting her own feelings about Miona above just being there for your son. Like, why does Miona I have not seen Miona do anything so terrible. At least they haven't shown it to him to make them say, I don't want to make that effort. Like, what is it? What is it that made them not want to go? I don't know, because she made that comment. Like, I don't even, it was so little, something kind of minute, I
It
think.
all started with the wedding plans because the K1 visa got approved so, randomly that they said that they needed to be notified of the wedding ceremony well in advance in order to prepare for it. But then it totally contradicted everything because when she was saying in the confessional that I have to protect my heart, I'm like, for what? How
Right.
is him making an adult decision affecting your heart because you don't agree with it? Like, can you think of a time when you did something your parents don't agree with but supported you anyway?
And
Give
she's
me a
supposed to be a
break.
therapist, so I feel like that adds more weight to her. Like, come on, you're supposed to be better than this, and you're not. You're
Yeah, and
making
think about how
she seemed childish.
exactly think about how this is going to affect him. You think about all of these effects, like how is this going to affect him in the long run that he got married and you weren't there?
And you know what I like about Jibri is that he's willing to make himself vulnerable and say things like, listen, mom, I love you. I really wish you could, even despite her kicking him out, saying all of these things, and we're not going to your wedding, blah, 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 this and that. He's still willing to. If it was me, I would not be saying those things. I would not even be answering her phone call. I'd be like, you know what? You're going to put your own thoughts and feelings above supporting me, even though it has not done much. Like, we did not give you tons of advance notice. Like, we did not have that. So now you're going to put that, you're going to set your foot down so hard instead of being slightly flexible for your child. Because they were like, well, you could have started planning before Miona even came here, and you didn't. You waited. But it's like, come on. He's a guy. He's going to be planning a wedding. I don't know, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just pissed off on like, I wanted just to go through the screen and go, ugh.
Yeah, I'm like, he's gonna get married anyway. Like, you might as well just go and support him, even if you don't approve. Like, that's your only kid. Come on.
Exactly. Your only child. And she wants to, I can kind of understand. It's like, because, I have my own little children, and sometimes you want to show them, if they make a choice, that there's a consequence to it. But there's a time when you can also be flexible on it. I mean, I understand boundaries and being consistent, things like that. But if it's something so important as this, come on, be flexible on that and just start over is what I say. Because there's sometimes when I don't want to give into it. Like, you made this decision, so now you have to live with it. But there's the way that you can also give your child a way for them to like come back from their mistake. Give them an
Hmm.
opening. Give them an opening. Okay, you know what? Let's press that reset button and we're going to try again. Okay, let's reset. I know you did this. I know this happened, but we're going to reset and let's just try again, and we're going to make a better decision now, right? And it
Hmm.
kind of like that. She's a therapist. It's just, you should do that. But I feel like she's so rigid on that kind of idea that you made that choice and you did this, so these are your consequences. Now lay in
Hmm.
it. Sorry,
Yeah.
I feel very strongly about this.
Yeah, the
Well,
heat is
that's good.
coming out of your ears there.
And so that's pretty much where it ends. We don't see the wedding yet. I'm assuming it's going to be the next episode, and then after that has to be the tell-all. That has to be the last episode, episode 17. Because usually the tell-alls usually by episode 16, like now. But yeah, so we'll see what happens during the wedding. I think it's going to be nice knowing Miona. Um, quick update on them. Where they're living now is they're living that like D-list celebrity hosting parties life. You know what I mean? That's what they're doing. Hosted
That's
by
awesome.
hosted by Miona and Jibri. And it feels like it's right up their alley. I mean, it's perfect for them. But yeah, that's it for them for now.
Who we got next? Emily and Kobe, right?
Yes.
All right, it's rehearsal dinner time. These two are officially going to get married, it seems like. And while they're getting ready for their rehearsal dinner, Emily is starting to feel her pregnancy symptoms. And she's pretty much convinced that she's going to keep going with the charade of acting like she's not really pregnant. And so that no one would suspect anything, she bought non-alcoholic beer, guys. Non-alcoholic beer. So that no one would know that she was pregnant. Oh god, this lady is something else, man. And so when like she said that on camera and they showed that clip of like Kobe exhaling, I really felt that for him because Emily is kind of crazy.
Were you like, shut the fuck up, Emily?
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
It was like the sigh of defeat of like, yeah, there's just no winning this one. But then they get to the party and Kobe gets a pretty nice reception from her family. That was nice to see. And a bunch of the family members were wearing traditional clothing from his part of Cameroon, which was pretty nice. Did you guys like it? It's like the red and black and yellow motif.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, super, super nice.
I
What
feel like
else
her family is
happened?
so different from her.
Yeah,
Like her family's
like
super
they've
nice.
really like one of the cousins or sister or something. I don't know. She was really happy to meet Kobe. She gave him like the biggest hug and welcomed him and stuff. So it was totally nice to see how nice the family was to Kobe, given that Emily is kind of crazy. In her interview, Emily is saying that she's feeling some doubts kick in, um, with just how different they are in personality and the way that their relationship has come about. And she's starting to feel overwhelmed. So she steps outside and Kobe follows her. So she asks Kobe how he's feeling. And he just straight up says, he's got no doubts. He really wants to be with her. And he starts to feel super insulted that she's questioning his motives for coming to America and basically tells her to shut the fuck up again. Shut the fuck up, Emily.
I support it. I support
Do you
this. Shut the
support
fuck up. I do. When I see her on the tell I'm just gonna be like, shut the fuck up, Emily.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, he did. He gave up everything to be there with Coben and with Emily. So he says, like, if you can't trust me at the eve of our wedding, I just can't accept that. And storms off. And who knows what will happen? They're probably gonna get married tomorrow.
Yeah. Was that all the couples?
No,
Wait,
we
one more.
forgot Binny and Ari.
Oh,
I mean, they're
yeah.
also super quick.
Theirs is the big
Yeah.
one. They make it.
Yeah. They make it down the aisle. A little bit more talk about their relationship and it supposedly being not good. But Ari's like, I've been so focused on the negative, but there's a lot of good here. And he's a great father. And we see their ceremony. And I thought it was beautiful, the nice things he said. And I like the flashback of the pictures of like when she first met Benny and the progression of her being pregnant and then of them with a kid. And I thought Ari looked really pretty. I don't know if that was like an Ethiopian. Oh, yeah, that's where he's from, right? Style of dress. Like, how she had the little beads around her hair and everything. I'm not
Oh, I
sure.
didn't notice that. I only noticed her shoes.
Oh, okay. I didn't
She
notice
had
those shoes
sparkly tennis
actually.
shoes on.
Oh, really? I didn't notice
Yeah,
that.
it was super cool.
Ah. Um, and then they did, I think it was like a Jewish type wedding. They broke the glass. I thought it was very cute. I think
Yeah,
they're
it was
gonna
cute.
make it.
Yeah. I have high hopes.
Are
Good
they
thing
going to
they
be in next season's Happily Ever After?
I don't remember, but good thing they're away from Biniyam's family.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. No one can throw wine at her.
Right. And she still had the family there, even though she was mad at them because she wants Benny to be happy. And you know, that's a sacrifice. That's a sacrifice you make for someone you love.
Okay. So we're all caught up. Just real quick, want to say thank you to everybody who gives a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. And appreciate all other reviews as well. If you haven't left a review,
baby crying, right, baby? I do not bring that up in some review, okay, guys? Okay, actually, you know what? I look forward to it, okay? If you want to comment on my baby in the background, I look forward. Bring it on.
We look forward to all reviews, you guys. We like all reviews. All reviews
baby
entertain
crying.
us.
Baby talking.
And if you haven't left a review, please do so on whatever podcast app you use. With that said, thank you, Dylan. Thank you, B. Anything else?
Baby.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.